All right, so I've started the video, and for Leigh's benefit, I'm going to say it's 35 minutes old, so she has that information when she gets back to the house and watches this. He is nuzzling the article. I think she has been struggling with, she's flipping him to the harness. I think she's been struggling with some article indication. I would pick up the article always. Always pick up the article. And the reason is, if he struggles here, you can resend him, right? So now she has nothing because she left the article there. So you can see him stopping at these at these scent pads where there's a little bit of food. So her line, she's a little bit farther from him than y'all are going to be. But when she sees any part of the side of his body, she's going to stop. If she can't see his bummy, his butt, then she needs to not be following him, right? Because he's not on the track. And again, he knows how to track. We're just teaching him the parameters that we want him. So see her stop, he's off the track.
So my boy is going to pull the flags out of the ground first thing.
So I would take it from him, tell him to leave it, put it in, and move him forward.
Okay.
Does he have a good leave it? Okay, so the dog is at the turn right now. So Jen stopped her because she doesn't want her to go too far past. Now the dog is going, where is it? Where is it? She's backing up. Is he on? He's probably on it right there. Watch his behavior when he gets it right. So he's checking. He's going all around. She's standing still. She's standing still. Tell her to back up to the flag.
Go back to the flag.
Are we back to the flag? Or just tell me which way it goes?
You have an open angle left from the flag. You showed it.
Alright. I walked across there, so I don't know.
So ideally when we mark the first turn, the handler knows that, so that is a supporting thing for the dog. So I thought she already knew that it went left. So he's going to go beyond the fence and into that field and then make another turn. So let's walk up. Hey Jen, get closer to her. See him tracking? He's actually tracking right there.
Okay.
So he's on the turn. Oh, that's an article. So she's trying to help him do whatever his article indication is.
Yep. 2 more articles.
Are they allowed to pick the article up?
Yes,
They
they
are.
can. Most people, most of what I see is a down, but we have some people in the club that have shaped them picking it up for sure.
Next turn.
Okay. Okay. All right, so we're just going to come over here at the fence. So he's on the second leg, which was open angle, and had an article. So he's telling her this is the turn.
That's a food drop.
Oh, he just shook that off. Okay. Nice turn. See him? He's tracking. So I would move up. I'd get closer to him. Good job.
That right?
Is he correct?
Yes. What's that? Yes.
Is that an article?
Yes.
Good.
Is that the end? You got one more? Okay.
Oops.
So ideally, does he sit or lie down at the end?
He doesn't. She's struggling with article indication. So what he does is kind of hovers over it, wags his tail, and gets a little silly. That might work, but that will, when he's tired, that will fade. And the fear for that is that he would run over the article, because it's not a super definitive thing. Like if he ran over a cow pie out there, he'd do the same thing, Now, there's no harm going up and going, oh, dog, it's just a cow pie.
Back. Come back. Yep. Take 5 steps back. Keep your eye on him as he circles behind you. You can see he's showing you the right turn 3 times. Nope.
There he goes. But you see how he went off to the left convincingly?
Yeah.
That's why we don't want y'all to put in blind tracks when you're learning, because we want you to be sure of where you're going, right? Because he was reinforced for that because Leigh followed him. But he was pulling like a racehorse, right?
Yeah. So we're not doing any turns while we practice.
Today or in the next
During-
couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of fascinating to watch, really.
Oh, it's fun watching.
Yeah.
So she's backing up because he's coming back.
Take 5 steps right here. I'm on the lineup.
It's really fun watching them figure it out.
Very good. Okay.
So part of the reason I think Leigh and a lot of people, even me, struggle sometimes is because we put our own tracks in. We know where the turn is. And so if the dog even looks that way, we support it with movement. So when you get to a point where you're putting your own tracks in and you know where it goes, you really need to, at that point, remember that you need to stand still and pay the line out until you know he's definitely committed to that. Because again, your movement supports his decision. And when we track by ourselves, we often, as you get farther from the dog, we start paying the line more before they're really committed. So that's what I would say this dog is struggling with.
Isn't it also that the dogs know how to track, but they might choose to track something besides the track that you laid?
Well, that's part of the teaching process and why we use so much food so early on.
Okay.
Because we want